I am Superman. I mean Ironman. Can I say that now? That I have officially completed my first full distance Ironman race of swimming 2.4 miles, biking 112 miles, and running a full marathon of 26.2 miles.
And Scott Zhang from San Jose, you are an Ironman.
Journey in getting there was everything but easy, and anything that one can imagine. If something can go wrong, will go wrong. After 5 months of training, averaging 13 hours a week, and sacrificing a lot of time not socializing with relatives, family, and close friends, all the hard work and sacrifice are coming down to just one day. And today is the day at the state capital of California, Sacramento. The day before the race, we rode our bikes to survey the run course because the instructions online seemed a little bit confusing. We want to make sure that we would not make the wrong turn during the race. But on the actual day of the race, the run course was actually well marked, and there will be very little chance that you will make the wrong turn. The night before the race, not sure if I slept at all, as my mind was probably awake most of the time, as I was trying to mentally prepare for the big day. And in the last 3 nights, I rarely slept more than 5 hours a night, as my mind was constantly thinking about the preparation procedure, the nutrition and hydration intake during the race to minimize the time for stopping at each water station. I was targeting to finish the race in less than 13 hours and no more than 14. The athlete and bike check-in was on Saturday. We actually have a good time during the check-in process. It was like a vacation day.
We good? There was some nervousness and some anxiety in those claps, but like I always say, if you're nervous, it means you're invested. If you're not nervous, I've got questions for you. All right, I'm nervous. I'm nervous for you. All right.
Explore Lakeside Store franchise opportunities nationwide.
Gonna drop off our bags, biking gear and running gear, because they don't want any loose stuff on the ground, so you have to put everything in these 2 bags for tomorrow morning. Your first race in 2 years.
In 2 years.
How are you feeling?
It's hopefully it's a happy day.
Happy day. Gonna be good.
Yeah, good happy day. Thank you.
You ready?
Yes.
I'm so excited. There's so many people around. 2,700 athletes. All the pain and suffering, and still feeling excited and happy. 5 months of training come down to today. It all comes down to today.
So today is the last day for my triathlon career.
We have to succeed. There's no failure here. Shuttle bus is provided from the transition area to the Swim Star, a 5-minute bus ride. We have plenty of time to put on the wetsuit, a salt pill, 1 energy bar, 2 gel, and 16 ounces of electrolytes while waiting in line. That should be enough for the entire swim of about an hour. The air temperature is cold in the morning in the mid-40 Fahrenheit. There's a long line of swimmers waiting for their turn to swim. The swim course is 2.4 miles long, starting from the American River. The water temperature is said to be very cold. The wetsuit is mandatory. After all, the water is coming down from the melted ice of the Sierra Nevada Rocky Mountains. After waiting an hour, we finally started to swim at about 8 o'clock. The swim started out really nice and comfortable for me. The water temperature was not as cold as in Santa Cruz. Within 10 minutes, I saw quite a few swimmers were holding on to the floating platforms to rest. And after about 25 minutes, I thought to myself, I got this, no problem, it's easy. And once the swim is merged onto the Sacramento River, the water temperature dropped instantly, and I felt chills throughout my body. I thought, I'll be in trouble very soon. I know my body well enough that it doesn't like extreme cold for too long, and my legs may cramp. There was this fear inside of me that my legs would lock up and I would sink straight to the bottom of the river. Although there were many lifeguards on kayak, keeping a watchful eyes on us. I pushed forward at a good pace of 1.38 minutes per 100 yards. My legs were feeling tight, and I was afraid that my legs would cramp before the finish line. Finally, I saw the finish point. I was so relieved that I finally grabbed onto the handrail and walked up the ramp slowly. But after about 10 steps, both of my legs were locked up with severe cramps. I couldn't walk. I could not move my legs. Luckily, there was a medical team right there to assist me to sit on a chair. They gave me a warm blanket and 2 large salt pills. I don't know how long I sat there, maybe 5 or 10 minutes. I was finally able to walk slowly up the ramp toward the transition area. Along the way, I was happy to see our good friend Joyce, who was a former Ironman, waiting, cheering, and taking pictures of us. Once inside the tent, I removed the wetsuit and stood in front of the heater for a few minutes. Oh boy, the warm air felt so good and I didn't want to go anywhere. I was finally warm enough to walk to the bike and put on the rest of the bike gear. The transition time was long, 26 minutes. So don't underestimate the importance of the swim. Although it's only a 1 hour long, if you have a big problem with the swim, it will affect the rest of the race, which is going to be a very long and painful day for you. I started to bike slowly to warm up my body and not putting too much power on the paddles to avoid leg cramping. Everyone was passing me. I was moving slowly at 16 miles an hour, then gradually move up to 18 miles an hour. There was strong headwind going out, and I tried to put the power under 160 watts, or 65% of my FTP, but most of the time was under 140 watt, much lower than what I was training for. And after cycling 28 miles on the return, there's a nice strong tailwind, which I was able to go higher than 20 miles an hour. The bad news is that I have to pee once for every bottle of electrolytes I drink. Everyone else in our team is doing great so far. Quan, of course, the fastest on his aero tri-bike. While I am at mile 26, Aaron is already 6 miles ahead of me. Wen and Xian are not far behind Aaron. They have incredible endurance and will only get stronger as time goes on. At the start of the second loop, I pick up my personal bag, which has 2 prepared electrolytes, 1 bottle of pickle juice, and a sandwich with pickles. I really enjoyed eating that sandwich as my stomach was getting really sick of eating the energy gels and bars the last 56 miles. And after about 90 miles, I ate so much energy bars and gels and bananas, my stomach didn't feel good at all. Was so much acid building up in my stomach, and I felt like I wanted to throw up, and my legs started to cramp again, on and off. Although I was taking 1 salt pill every 15 miles. I stepped off the bike multiple times to rest for a minute. The sun in the afternoon was hot, and the headwind was brutal. I finally made it to the end, but my legs were not feeling good. 7 pit stops and a few short breaks to relieve leg cramps easily added 40 minutes of non-moving time.
Go, man!
I was exhausted. As I was doubting my ability to continue, I suddenly heard my name called repeatedly. You wouldn't believe how happy I was to see my college buddies. They drove hours to come cheering me on. My leg pain was suddenly gone.
You can do it, man!
Almost done. Come on, go! Keep going, man! Hey!
Love you too, man!
I quickly put on the running shorts, ate a gel, and drank some pickle juice. Transition time, 10 minutes. I started to run slowly. As I ran, I came to realize that my goal of finishing the race in 13 hours is not important anymore. We all wanted to be loved, to be close to each other, to celebrate the human spirit, and to cherish the limited time that we are given in this life. I got it now. My pain and suffering are all worth it. I must finish this race as I was set out to do.
You can do it, man.
I know you for 30 plus years, and thanks, appreciate it coming out.
Oh,
This is
awesome.
my day. Maybe this is a painful
Yeah.
event, and I appreciate it.
Hey, man, I'll be around.
You're
You
my
do
buddies,
it.
man.
You do it.
Love you, man.
You do it. I love you
All
too,
right.
man. Go.
You can go home now. Go be 2 hours.
No.
I cannot feel my legs anymore.
Oh, you're doing awesome.
So don't hang around for too long, though.
I'll see you at checkpoint 3. Go.
Okay, man.
Go.
All right, you're everywhere, man.
There's water aid station every 2 miles. I kept eating fruits, chips, drink electrolyte, and chicken broth. I love the hot chicken broth as the day turns into night. Love seeing my friends and volunteers there, giving me an extra boost of energy. I also saw a man running with one artificial leg, another man without legs, but hand power his wheelchair. How inspiring is that? My legs were holding up okay until it was 6 miles to go. In the dark, I tripped and fell, twisted my left ankle. Oh man, I thought the race was over. I walked for a few minutes to shake off the pain and started to run again. I came this far, and this is not the time to quit. I ran and I walked, but mostly walked the last 3 painful miles. I finally saw the finish line. It's almost about 11 p.m. I honestly did not expect any one of my teammates would stay late to wait for me. And with 200 feet left, I heard my name was shouted out from the sideline. I looked to the left, and there's my team. I was tired and exhausted, but extremely happy that they waited for me. I ran across the finish line, raised my arms, pumped my fist, and feel like I have accomplished something big in life.
And Scott Zhang from San Jose, you are an Ironman.
Yes, life is good once again. I survived. I am Ironman. So what have I learned from this experience? Ironman training is not for a balanced lifestyle. But that was not my goal when I first started out. I'm here to explore and discover my physical and mental limits. The most important thing of all is to do this together with my awesome teammates. Then what else have I learned? For one, I should have more training in the cold water. I lost 7 pounds in the past 5 months of training. Losing too much fat is probably not good for swimming in the extreme cold weather. And as for biking, I still have to find that sweet spot of drinking the right amount of electrolytes at regular intervals so that I won't have to make so many restroom stops. And as for running, I should have run up to 18 miles of a full marathon without any issue during training. Running a full marathon for the first time in Ironman is brutal. Will I run another Ironman race? Well, we'll see.